Yeah, it looks good. There's plenty of padding there. Let's pull this out. So let's take a look at the manual. So we have some instructions and guidelines here. This talks about the working temperature. It's between -4 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, but you want to read through all those. It also talks about charging it in the sun. So it can get very hot, so you want to be careful. So you don't want to put this on the dash of your car. They recommend that you hang the power bank in a ventilated environment. So here's product details. So this has USB Type-C in and out. So you charge this with USB-C and it can output USB-C to charge your devices. It also has micro USB input, and then it has USB output 1, USB output 2. And that looks like USB-A, but we'll take a closer look. It has an LED flashlight. It says outdoor LED light. It looks like kind of a floodlight. We have a compass, solar panel, hanger. That's the snap for the solar panel, power button, and battery status indicator. On the other side here we have the specs. So with micro USB it can charge at 5 volts at 2.4 amps or 9 volts at 2 amps. Same thing with Type-C. Type-C output is 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 2 amps, or 12 volts at 1.5 amps. And then USB port 1 is the same, and USB port 2 is 5 volts at 3 amps. The flashlight is 1 watt, the camping light is 3 watts. The solar panel output is 300 milliamps times 4 at 25,000 lux. Battery capacity is 20,000 milliamp hours. These are the instructions. To turn it on or off, press the power switch. To charge it, you unfold the solar panels and put it in direct sunlight. So you're going to need strong sunlight. Now something to consider is it can take a long time to charge a power bank like this up all the way with just the solar. So the way you want to use this if you're going on a weekend camping trip is charge it up before you leave, and then when you're not using it, put it in the sun to top off the charge that you've used during your trip. You don't want to take it out empty and expect the sun to charge it really quick, because it can take days to completely charge it, especially if you don't have full sunlight. You can also charge it with USB-C. It's going to charge faster with a QC or PD wall adapter or car adapter. It has a flashlight function. It says hold down the power button for 3 seconds to turn on the flashlight, then short press that to turn on the SOS mode. Press it again, the flashlight will turn into a strobe, and then if you long press it, it will turn off the flashlight. To turn on the camping light, press the power button 2 times continuously. Press it a second time, there are 3 brightness levels. Short press the power button once to adjust the brightness level. It says quickly press the power button 2 times to turn the light off. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So it has a snap here. The solar panel unfolds like so. We clip that closed. Here we have a little buckle. Comes with a carabiner, like the power button. It has rubber on the corners here. There's the flashlight, and here are the ports. So we have that micro USB in and USB-C in, and then we have 2 USB-A and 1 USB-C out. So the blue one here is going to be the faster charging port for devices. And here we have that camping light. So this does have the specs on it here. It also tells the outputs of the different ports. So let's try the flashlight real quick. I'll hold down the power button. And here the flashlight's on. Now I find that flashlights on power banks tend not to be the brightest lights, but they're also adequate for a lot of tasks. So let me press it again. Now there will be flashing lights in this video. So now it's the SOS mode. Here's the strobe mode. So this is flickering. Press it again, it's off. Now if we double tap it, we're turning on this one. This is more of a floodlight. So a lot of tents will have little net lofts at the top of the tent. You could set this up here and illuminate your tent with this. So let's press it again. That's a lower mode. Again, even lower. So if I was camping and using this as a tent light, I'd probably turn it on that lowest mode so I don't blind myself. Press it again. We're just going to cycle through. We'll double click it to turn it off. I really like how that has 2 lights on it. So you could use this in your tent at night, and then you could use this, maybe you leave the tent to go to the restroom or something, you could use this light. Now if you're going on a long hike and you want a really bright flashlight, this isn't really the ideal tool for that. And then we do have a compass on the end here also. So let's try charging this. I'll plug into the USB-C here, and I'll plug into my USB-C charger. And this supports fast charging. So we're currently charging at 9 volts at 1.28 amps. And if we look here, we can see the lights flashing. Now you can see this little green light is the solar charging. It's very small. So it's probably charging using the overhead lights here, but it's not going to be a very fast charge. It's going to be incredibly slow. You really want full sunlight. So let's charge some other devices with this. So a good cable to complement this with is the BLAVOR 3-in-1 cable. And this was provided to me by BLAVOR for a separate video. And if you want to see that video, I'll put a link below to it. So this has USB-A here. So I'll plug that in. And now we can plug in a device with iPhone, micro USB, and USB-C. So I have 3 devices here. This is an Android tablet, and here that's charging. Here I have an iPhone 6S. I'll plug it in, and that's charging. And here we have an Android tablet, and now that's charging. So I'm charging all 3 of these devices off this power bank now. So it's overcast right now. I'm going to wait for the sun to come out, and I'll shoot a clip of this working outside with the solar charging. Okay, so the sun ended up coming out, but it's very windy. Now if we see here, the green is lit meaning it's charging, and then you can see the blue indicators flickering. Now if you look at the shadow here, it's casting a pretty wide shadow, so we'd actually probably want to lean it up against something at an angle about like that if we wanted to get optimum charging. So that's the BLAVOR 20,000 milliamp hour solar charger power bank. I really like all the features this packs in it. You have a power bank, but it can also charge with solar. You have USB-C and USB-A charging, and the USB-C does charge 18-watt power delivery. You have a spot flashlight and a flood flashlight, and you have a compass on the end. So a charger like this would be great for camping, hiking. Could also be great for travel. If you're headed to the beach for the day, you can charge your phone with this, and then when you're out swimming or playing volleyball or something, you can have this charging up in the sun. This would also be great for emergency use. If you had this in your car or truck, you get a flat tire, you could use one of the lights on here to help you change that tire. If your car battery dies or something, you could use it to charge up your phone or someone else's phone. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.